Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. So today I'm going to talk about two common issues or contaminants that we often encounter when we're driving our vehicles. The first one being tree sap, obviously coming from trees, whether your car is parked underneath a certain type of tree. We all know that tree sap is this gunky kind of sticky residue that when it's dropped onto the paintwork, it's going to stick there. And if left unattended, it can cause discoloration on the paint and can also cause permanent staining or even etching through the clear coat. And of course, different types of tree sap have different pH values, but the majority of them are either slightly acidic or acidic. So again, the earlier you treat it, the better. And the second common issue or contaminant that we find when we're driving our vehicles is road paint. So we've all been through that at least once in our lives, right? You're driving on the road, the city or municipality freshly repainted the lines or the signage on the road itself on the pavement. And so that fresh paint splatters either in your inner plastic fender wells or on your paintwork. And again, if left unattended for many weeks or months on end in the baking sun, can cause some pretty serious damage and can be a nightmare to remove. So in this video, I'm going to quickly show you how to address both issues in simple, easy steps. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. Nobody paid for this video. And also, I remind you that I'll leave links to all the products, tools, and equipment that I speak about in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It is important that you take some quick precautions. First of all, never work in direct sunlight and on a hot surface. So you always want to work either in a garage or in the shade and on a cool surface. For both steps, you're going to have to make sure that your vehicle is fully cleaned. So wash the car and dry it. You always want to work on a clean and cool surface. So for the first one, we're going to start with the tree sap. So as I said, tree sap is that gunky material released from trees. And if you left or live in an area, in a wooden area with a lot of trees and your car is parked underneath, or maybe at your work site where you work, your car is parked underneath some trees, or anyhow, when it's the time of the season, well, that sap can fall on your paintwork and if left unattended can cause either discoloration or start to etch through your clear coat and cause permanent damage. So to remove it, it's actually quite simple, but in this video, you're going to notice that it's more about the products compared to the technique. So it is important to use the appropriate chemicals to be able to do that with minimal effort on your side, so there can be no swirls or scratches as you're attending to these issues. So the first thing, of course, again, is to work on a cool surface, wash your vehicle, make sure it's fully clean and dry. And you can also use to wash your vehicle. If you clean your car regularly, that's going to help to remove the tree sap very quickly, because the softer it is, the easier it is to remove. But note that most pH neutral car shampoos aren't really designed to remove tree sap, but still, make sure you have regular maintenance on your vehicle. That will avoid this from building up. So the product that I really like, I'm already at my second bottle because it works that good on many customer vehicles that have those issues, is the DIY Detail Tree Sap Remover. So this product here, one of the main ingredients is methanol, so it's alcohol based. And what you're going to do with this is on the clean and dry surface, you are going to spray it on the affected area. So no need to spray the entire vehicle. Address the areas where you see the tree sap, right? So you're going to spray this on there. You're going to let it dwell for roughly 30 to 60 seconds, not more than that. Then you're going to take a microfiber towel and you're going to gently wipe the area clean. Now, multiple applications might be needed. It's better to hit it a few times with light application rather than one big time and do crazy rubbing, because that's when you're going to induce some marring in your paintwork. So do a few light rounds is better than just one heavy round, but this should pretty much take care of everything. Keep a note, when you're done using this, you're going to wipe it off. It should wipe pretty easily. That tree sap will be softened and you're going to be able to remove it. And once that's done, I highly recommend that you thoroughly rinse with water to remove any residue, and just as a measure of precaution to make sure there's no residue left, wash your car again at this point, clean it and dry it, and you should be good to go. So yeah, DIY Detail Tree Sap Remover just works insanely well because of the chemistry that's in there. It's a clear product, as you can see in the bottle itself. And guys, by the way, always follow the instructions on the labels of the products that you're using and test on an inconspicuous area first. So we're using chemicals, and keep in mind The tree sap remover is safe on ceramic coatings or graphene coatings. Those can resist higher pH or lower pH chemicals, so it should be no issue. However, if you have a traditional carnauba wax or a regular synthetic paint sealant that protects your paintwork, you might want to check for hydrophobic properties after you're done using this. Anyways, I told you to rinse it right after you're done and wash the car again. If you see that your hydrophobic properties have diminished, just reapply the protection, either the wax or the sealant when you're done. And yeah, again, ceramic coatings should be unaffected. This is safe on true coatings, meaning the ceramic coatings that are in glass vials, so the ones that have multiple years of durability, so it's coating safe. Some other alternatives that you might have at home, believe it or not, a liquid carnauba wax can also work. This is a trick of the trade for many, many decades. Many professional detailers have been using this. Again, believe it or not, one of the good ones, not necessarily a brand that I particularly love, but one product that does work well in their lineup is the Chemical Guys Butter Wax. So if you guys know that product, it is inexpensive and actually works quite well. So you'd apply it on the surface, let it dwell a few seconds, and then buff off, and it usually helps with the lighter tree sap. Of course, there's different types of tree saps, right? Depending on which types of trees, whether they're some firs or some maples or different trees, different tree saps. So you might have to try a few different methods, but liquid carnauba wax works well. You also have things like Gugon. So this one here is in liquid form, but they also have some versions in spray form now. Again, don't worry, I'll leave all those linked in the description. So you'd apply this on a microfiber towel or spray it on the surface. You have the spray version, let it dwell a few seconds, and then you wipe. Always make sure you thoroughly rinse and then rewash your vehicle at the end of the process. Citral 266 from Schaefer's Oil. This one here is a powerful multi-purpose degreaser that's citrus based. So let me show you this one. This one we'll also use in a future video for some great tar removal tips because it just works super well. This thing works like crazy. Look at this. So it can remove adhesives, asphalt, wax, grease, rubber marks, oil, scuff marks, tree sap, tar, and more. And they're serious. We also call this the sealant killer because it can help to strip or break down waxes or sealants. So again, you're going to have to reapply your protection. Be safe. Be careful if you have a ceramic coating with this because this can weaken even the toughest ceramic coatings. So be careful if you want to use this product. But this one works super well on tree sap. And another one that works quite well on tree sap is this one here, Koshemi Ulex, also known as EU. They're from Germany. This one here is safe on paint, glass, metal surfaces, and even ceramic coatings, but again, is not wax or paint sealant safe, so you're gonna have to reapply the protection. The same applies to all of these, right? These are pretty strong chemicals because they do the job. This one is also gonna be featured in the tar removal video, by the way, because it works quite well, but yeah, specifically on tree sap, it works super well. So we have all these different chemicals that is good to have in your arsenal, but yeah, my favorite one is definitely the DIY Detail Tree Sap Remover because it just works so well. It's ready to use, no dilutions needed, so it's good to go right from the bottle. And another product that you can use that many of you might have at home is straight up isopropyl alcohol. I know a lot of professional detailers out there probably saying, that's right, Pan, that's what I use. Yeah, because it just works. So you can either get a 99% USP or 91%, even 70%, whatever is at your local drugstore or pharmacy. It doesn't really matter as long as it's isopropyl alcohol, also known as rubbing alcohol. So this works quite well. You let it dwell a bit on the surface. You wipe, you rinse, wash the vehicle. Again, same tips and tricks apply. And this works quite well. And last but not least, especially for people who work in body shop environments, you guys know this product, but be very careful if you're using it. It's a Clean Strip acetone. So body shop safe. This is some very powerful stuff. No, it will not burn through the clear coat. Your clear coat is much stronger than what that can do. The acetone is part of what's inside nail polish removers. So an old wives' tale is to use nail polish remover, and that actually works. Yeah, it's true. It works on some tree sap, even on some paint deposits from road paint. So that works as well because it has acetone in it. But pure acetone, like the clean strip acetone is better for that. But again, always test on an inconspicuous area first and be very careful with it. It's probably the strongest option in the bunch. So that's like a dead last kind of option if you have none of the other methods that worked first. Always start with the less aggressive method first, see if that works, do a few light applications if needed, repeat applications, and then take out the big guns at the end if that still doesn't work, right? So be safe. By the way, if you guys have any tips or tricks that you want to share with my audience, drop a comment in the comment section. I always like to read your advice, your comments. There's some detailers out there, or maybe DIYers or enthusiasts who have other tricks that work super well. So let me know what has worked for you in the past for tree sap. What is your go-to product or technique or method, right? Next, we're going to tackle road paint. So again, you're driving on the road, and often at night, it seems when the city crews are actually working, they're repainting the lines or the signs on the road, and of course, they're using road paint. So, unknowingly to you roll on that, and what happens, it gets splattered not only inside your fender wells, which is a mess, but it can also be splattered on your paintwork on the vehicle. And if you don't take care of that quickly, it's going to dry and bake on the paint, and it just becomes a nightmare to remove. So for some overspray or that kind of paint, you can technically use a polish, so that works super well. Or you can use, some people like to use a clay bar, which is a mild abrasive, so that can work as well. But I prefer chemicals that are going to do the work for us. So in this case, you're going to use, one of my favorite ones is Stoner Tar and Sap Remover, also known as Tarminator. It's a spray-on product. You're going to spray it on. You're going to let it dwell on the surface for 30 to 60 seconds. Again, the same steps pretty much as for tree sap removal. Then you're going to gently wipe with your microfiber towel. Only spray the affected area, obviously. So gently wipe with your microfiber towel. You're going to repeat application if needed. You're going to thoroughly rinse the area to make sure you move any residue. And then I highly recommend that you wash your vehicle again to make sure you neutralize any of those chemicals. That is key. You are definitely going to probably have to reapply the wax or sealant if that was protecting your paint. If it's a ceramic coating, this might be a bit too harsh as well. So you're going to be very careful. Test on an inconspicuous area first. I mean, it's either the protection that you're going to save or you're going to save your paintwork ultimately. So better to sacrifice the protection and remove the contamination and then reapply the protection than dealing with the contamination that's going to burn or etch through the clear coat or leave some permanent damage. So just keep that in mind. Again, liquid carnauba wax, like the chemical guys, butter wax works well. You can use a polishing compound. So any polish that you have at home is also going to do the trick. You can apply that in a circular motion, gently wipe with your microfiber towel, and that should do the trick. And that's pretty much it. So the other stuff that you can use is Goof Off in spray form. Works very, very well. You can use Goo Gone once again, either in liquid form like this or in the spray form as well. Hopefully, is the focus playing some jokes here? All right, I think it's good. So yeah, that's it for tree sap and road paint. You guys have the chemicals are the most important parts of this tutorial. So keep that in mind. Again, I'll leave all of this stuff linked in the description under the video for you guys to check that out. I hope you enjoyed this. If you know anybody that might benefit from these videos, share my videos with friends and family. Also smash the thumbs up button to show me your support. And again, if you guys have any tips or tricks you want to share for either tree sap or road paint removal, let us know. Drop a comment in the comment section. In the meantime, guys, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.